All right, welcome back. I'm Brian. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show. We have Joe Thomas in studio, and those that watch on YouTube, I brought in a camera for you, Joe, today. So I'm glad you dressed nice. You never know, it's a radio. You don't have to dress up for the radio, but you look great.
You don't have plexiglass here, though. So.
No plexiglass. No plexiglass.
We're okay.
No plexiglass. Well, a couple things I wanted to talk to you about with annuities, because when I first met you, I knew what annuities were a little bit, but I didn't realize there's a whole bunch of different kinds of annuities.
Right.
And I thought an annuity, there was just this one thing, you put money in and that was it. But there's a whole bunch of different annuities that do different things for people that have different, I guess, agendas.
Yeah, I mean, the annuity today isn't grandpa's annuity. They've changed drastically. The annuities from 5 and 10 years ago are even changing now. The two main annuities that we do are either going to be indexed or it's income. And a lot of our clients will do both.
Well, what's that mean, index?
So index, we index it to the market. So the S&P 500, everybody's heard of the S&P 500 index, right? So you can index your money to the market, and if the index goes up, you're in, your money goes up. But it never goes down. If the market goes down, you don't lose a dime. Okay?
Wow, that sounds like a good deal.
You get a zero instead of a minus. So we go with index with some clients, and then we'll go with income, so they have an income stream guaranteed. And some of the index annuities turn into income. So they're kind of hybrid annuities in many ways. They do a lot of different things.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that. Okay, now, so that's amazing. So the market goes up, your money goes up, but if the market goes down, your money doesn't go down.
You don't lose a dime. Yep.
Why isn't everybody doing this?
Well, it's not for everybody. It's not for all money. It's for a percentage of your money that you want to keep safe. When clients come to me after they hear the show, they say, well, Joe, I like that idea of not losing money. That's a big deal. A zero is a big deal, versus a minus 10% a year.
Well, and then the other one is, and I had no, I didn't know. I've heard a lot of guys talk about annuities, but they didn't really explain them very well. And the other thing is generating income for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And this, people that I know that's like my mother's retired, she's a widow, and that extra income, it's life-saving for a lot of people.
Many times I've talked on this show about to the penny, how much you're going to get from Social Security. Well, when somebody's going to retire, 62, 65, 67, they go, well, I'm going to get X number of dollars per month from Social Security. Well, with these annuities, income annuities, you know exactly to the penny how much you're going to get per month. Whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, we can guarantee that income, the insurance companies do, for the rest of your life. And guess what? Your spouse's life, too. No other product does that.
It's funny that you say that because, as I get older, I meet more, there are more people in my circle that are retired, right?
Right.
But I was talking to one of our listeners that was on the cruise, and he laid down a whole bunch of money on something, and he's like, I don't care. He's like, I got my check coming at the beginning of the month. It comes at the beginning of every month, so I don't care. I'll spend all the money I got right now. I don't care.
We've done show after show, and it's called mailbox money.
Yeah.
Every month you're getting this check, and when you used to get checks, remember in the old days you used to get a check in the mail?
Yes.
Well, mailbox money now comes in a direct deposit in your checking account every month. I had one gentleman retired recently, and he said to me, wait a minute, I've worked 40 years. He worked down at the breakers for 40 years. And a maintenance guy. Not all the clients are multimillionaires, just so you know, Brian.
Yes.
Average clients, average money. And he came to me and said, Joe, for 40 years I've been hustling and humping here. He goes, now I'm going to get a check every month for the rest of my life without doing anything? I said, yes.
Yeah,
it's hard to understand.
The way I would, this may be wrong terminology because I'm not. You're the financial expert on me, but to me, when you get an annuity, you're giving yourself a pension.
Exactly what it is.
Right.
That's what it is. A pension plan for the rest of your life. Yes, sir.
That sounds amazing. Well. Listen, give Joe Thomas a call. He offers free consultations, which you can take advantage of no matter where you are over the phone or Zoom. But if you're here local, you can do the in-office consultation. It's no charge, and Joe Thomas will put together a custom proposal just for you. And you can, and the things that we just talked about are just a tiny little percent of the different options.
Correct.
I mean, you've told me about some of these. It's
We're going to
absolutely
customize
amazing.
it to fit your needs.
Yeah, it's amazing how many different options there are. So give him a call. The number's 561-743-0999. 561-743-0999. And if you missed the number, just go to his website, jupiterjoe.com. jupiterjoe.com.